7, Josh Cannigator.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, baseball fans, to Locke Carsfield in Groton, South Dakota. I'm Pat Kraus, bringing you 14U VFW region action here on this Sunday, almost afternoon. Our first game today will have Clark taking on Redfield, Clark the visiting team on the scoreboard, and Redfield the home team. Right now, Clark being announced, doing their starting lineups. We'll quickly go through each starting lineup. Schedule for this weekend, for not necessarily the weekend, today and tomorrow. 4 games today. We've got Clark taking on Redfield in this first game, and then shortly after this game will be Groton taking on Webster in our second game. And then there'll be 2 more games later this afternoon. The winners will play the late game. The losers of these first 2 games will play the early game at around 5 o'clock. In our first matchup today with the visiting team on the scoreboard, Clark, they are coached by Brock Greenfield. Starting lineup here, Logan Labrie playing second base, Jacob Steens at shortstop, Emerson Larson is at first base, Josh Cannigator is doing the pitching, Michael Severson is the extra hitter, Cooper Palmer is at third base. Batting 7th will be Damian Severson, he is in right field. Matto DeNoyer is in center field. And he's batting 8th. Batting 9th, Ernesto Garcia is the DH. And batting 10th, Oliver Reitz is in left field. And the catcher who is being DH for today is Kai Vandersnick. Again, that team is coached by Mr. Brock Greenfield. Brock is a mainstay in Clark baseball over there for many, many years, from these young ages all the way up through the amateur ranks. For Redfield, the home team on the scoreboard, Micah Zastrow, number 47, will be playing second base. He's leading off. Second batter will be Hunter Binger. He's playing shortstop. Jacob Schmidt doing the pitching, wearing number 52, is batting third. Wearing number 24, batting fourth, Noah Johnson. He is doing the catching. Batting fifth, Isaac Haig. He is at third base, wearing number 35, batting sixth. Jackson Etheridge is in right field. John Booth is in left field, batting 7th. Ethan Falk is at first base, and he's batting 8th. Batting 9th is Keegan Hanson. He's in center field. And I believe Redfield is coached by Bennett Osborne. Bennett was a Player of the Year candidate here for Redfield Legion a few years ago, and he's one of those, again, talking about Brock Greenfield being a mainstay in Clark baseball. Bennett and his family are mainstays in Redfield baseball. We're going to keep it right here as we're going to have our national anthem, and after our anthem we will be playing baseball. So just hang with us here as we do the national anthem.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary.
All right, and we are back here at Locke Carsfield in Groton, South Dakota. This is Pat Kraus bringing you all the action of our 14U region tournament Winner champion of this tournament will be the region representative at the state tournament in Bryant. 2 weeks, well, about a week and a half or so, I suppose. It starts on a Friday, the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. 4 teams in this region. Our first game here will be Redfield, the home team, as they take the field, and the visitors, Clark. And then our second game today will be the host, Groton, taking on Webster, and that will the time is scheduled for 2 o'clock, but usually these tournaments we kind of get a rolling schedule, so whenever field's ready and prepped and ready to go, we usually go. If that means we can gain 10 minutes or so, we do that. So hang with us here as you know, if you're waiting for that Webster Groton game, be sure you're listening here towards the end of this game, and we'll give you a more definite or more accurate time. Set the defense here for Redfield. In the outfield, from left to right, is John Booth in left, Keegan Hanson in center, and Jackson Etheridge in right. Around the infield, third to first, it's Isaac Haig at third, Hunter Binger at short, Micah Zastrow at second, and Ethan Falk at first base. And your battery for Redfield here in game number 1 of this region tournament, behind the dish doing the catching is Noah Johnson, and on the mound doing the pitching for Redfield here in this first game is Jacob Schmidt. Clark's going to lead off here with Logan Labrie. Jacob Steen and Emerson Larson will be the first 3 hitters for Clark here in the top of the first inning. Schmidt looks in, gets the sign, he's set. First pitch on the way, misses outside. First pitch at 11:56 under cloudy skies. About 89 degrees out right now. 81, excuse me. Feels like 89. Schmidt set the 1-0. That misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to leadoff hitter Logan Labrie. Labrie playing second base for Clark today. Umpires in this first game. On the bases is Matt Rohrbach, and behind the plate is Mr. Hanson. 3-0 is the count here. 3-0 to the leadoff hitter Logan Labrie for Clark. The 3-0. That's down the middle for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Outfield playing shallow. We'll see that a little bit more here with these younger age kids. They're not going to play it probably as normal as a Legion or an amateur type team. The 3-1. That misses way outside, and Labrie is aboard with a leadoff walk to get things started here for Clark in the top of the first inning. Jacob Steen steps up, shortstop for Clark. He looks down at Coach Brock Greenfield to get some signs. Steen wearing number 21. Schmidt looking in at his sign. He's going to take a quick little look over. Now he's set. First pitch to Steen on the way. They swung on and grounded to third. On to second for 1. Labrie retired on the fielder's choice. 5-4 for the first out. And Steen is aboard on a fielder's choice. That was Haig to Zastrow. Haig to Zastrow for the out. 1 out, and that'll bring up Emerson Larson. Larson wearing number 29. Batting in that 3-hole. Steen takes his lead from first. Schmidt's first pitch. Steen takes off with the first pitch. Swung on and missed. Throw it out to second is not in time. And Steen moves up with a stolen base. And Larson falls behind. No balls and 1 strike as he took a swing at that offering. Steen takes his lead. Zastrow checks him at second. He's keeping him close. Schmidt checks, and now he comes home. The 0-1 is in there for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 to the number 3 hitter in the Clark lineup, Emerson Larson. Larson, big tall kid. As Schmidt looks in, checks the runner. Now he comes home. The 0-2 Swung on and tipped and into the glove for strike 3, and Larson is down swinging for out number 2. Josh Canigator stepping to the plate, batting 4th, and number 27. He is doing the pitching today for Clark, also batting number 4. Jacob Steen is on second. He got there by way of a fielder's choice and a stolen base. First pitch to Canigator on the way. That just misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball gets away from the pitcher here, and Steen's going to move up on the errant throw by the Redfield catcher, Noah Johnson. Ball got over his pitcher's head, and Steen alertly took off for third, and he is there safely. Now puts himself in better position to score here. The 1-0 to Canigator. That misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 the count to the Clark pitcher, Josh Canigator. Again, another big kid on this Clark team. They've got some size, that's for sure. Schmidt's 2-0. Swung on and popped foul, out of play. Foul out of play. As I said in the pregame, we will be bringing you all the games for today and 2 for sure tomorrow night. Tomorrow late afternoon, I believe they're scheduled for 5 and 7. I'll have to double check that time. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. And the count evens now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Josh Canigator, the number 4 hitter in the lineup, looking to get Steen in. 2-2 misses to fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2, 2 outs. We're in the top of the first inning. Game number 1. The 3-2 on the way. Swung on and lifted into right center. It's a long run for center fielder, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Steen's going to score. Keegan Hanson up with it. He fires it in, and Canigator is aboard with a 2-out RBI double as Jacob Steen scores from third, and Clark takes an early lead here, 1-0 in game number 1 of the Region 2 14U VFW tournament. Canigator takes his lead as Michael Severson is at the plate. He swings at the first pitch and he pulls it foul out of play. Time is called here, as in VFW baseball you can courtesy run for both the pitcher and the catcher. And again, something I didn't know is I guess you can have an extra hitter. So Clark is hitting 10 players today because that's Michael Severson's position today. He is the extra hitter in the lineup. The 0-1 to Severson, that misses wide. Evens the count 1-1. Schedule for the tournament, as I've been mentioning here, today noon, 2, 5, and 7 for game times today, and then 5 and 7 for tomorrow, Monday. The 1-1 to Severson, it hits him, and Severson is going to be aboard, being hit by the pitch. Oh, Redfield feeling pretty good there. They got 2 outs, and we're almost had Steen stranded at second, and then he moved up on an errant throw, and then Canigator comes through with a 2-out double. Now we got runners on first and second. Cooper Palmer at the plate, playing third base today for Clark. Swings at the first pitch, grounded up middle. That's going to get through. Runner around third. He's going to score. Severson hustling into third. He's going to be safe as Palmer gets a 2-out RBI single. Severson hustling around the bases, goes first to third on the ground ball up the middle, and Clark now again extends their early lead 2-0 in game number 1 here today. 4 games slated. Schmidt looks in at Johnson, gets his sign, and he comes set. Palmer takes the lead from first. He goes on the first pitch. The offering is wide, and Palmer is in there safely. Runners on second and third. 1 ball, no strikes. And we've got Damian Severson at the plate, playing right field for Clark today. The 1-0 from Schmidt. Swung on and grounded to third here, and it's going to go just foul. Foul off the third baseman's glove over here, Isaac Haig. One thing you're going to see fairly often here with the 14U junior teeners is when they get that first to third positioning with runners, you're going to see a lot of guys taking off because it's a tough play no matter what level you're at. But the catchers in this stage just don't quite have the arm strength yet to get the ball down there and make a play out of it. The 1-1 to Severson, swung on and fouled into the net. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Schmidt trying to work out of a jam here with runners on second and third and 2 outs. Trying to limit the damage here as Clark's already pushed 2 runs across. Both runs coming with 2 outs. Schmidt looks in at Johnson. The 1-2 on the way. Misses outside. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. 2 on. Cooper Palmer on second. And Michael Severson on third. Schmidt looks in. The 2-2. Misses just inside. Fills the count. Now Schmidt in jeopardy of loading the bases with 2 outs. Standing on deck is Matto DeNoyer. Schmidt looking in at Johnson. Gets the sign here. The 3-2 on the way. That swung on and popped up on the infield. Shortstop's under it, and he puts it away. That's shortstop Hunter Binger. And Severson is retired on the pop-out for the 3rd out. Clark gets 2 on a couple of hits and a couple of errors by Redfield after a half inning here at Lockhart Field in our Region 2B 14U tournament. Clark leads 2-0. Coming up for Redfield in the bottom of the first, it'll be Micah Zastrow, Hunter Binger, and Jacob Schmidt, and we'll have that back here after this message.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school.
Welcome back here to game number 1 of Region 2B 14U VFW State Baseball. This is Pat Krause bringing you the action. Redfield stepping up here. Micah Zastrow leading off. First pitch from Josh Canigator is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. We will set the defense here for Clark in just a second. Canigator from the windup, the 0-1. Swung on and popped up behind the plate. That's going to get out of play. For Clark in the field, outfield left to right is Oliver Reitz. Matto DeNoyer, and in right field is Damian Severson. Around the infield, third to first. At third base is Cooper Palmer. Shortstop is Jacob Steen. Second base, Logan Labrie. First base, Emerson Larson. The 0-2 from Canigator. Swung on and lined up the middle for a base hit, and Zastrow is going to be aboard with a leadoff single to get things started for Redfield. ball coming in. It's getting thrown around, and Zastrow not able to advance. As I mentioned, Josh Canigator doing the pitching for Clark. His catcher is Kai Vandersnick. Hunter Binger now steps to the plate, wearing number 32, batting second for Redfield. Zastrow gets his lead. Canigator steps off, throws over. Zastrow back in safely. If you are able to come and watch today, I encourage you to come on out to Lock Cars Field. The field in great working conditions. Zastrow goes on the pitch. The throw down to second is there. Zastrow almost came up short on his slide, but got his foot in there right as the ball got there. Pitch called a ball. So 1 ball and no strikes to Hunter Binger, number 2 hitter in the Redfield lineup. Zastrow takes his lead. Canigator looks in. Binger squares the bunt, pulls it back. Ball taken high. Pitch taken high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. I think Bennett Osborne understanding that maybe find a way to push a run across here. Looking to move Zastrow up base. Binger doesn't square this time. So this time he's swinging. He swings through it for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Redfield shortstop Hunter Binger. He looks down at Osborne, gets his sign. Jacob Steen, shortstop. He's standing behind the base, keeping Zastrow close. Canigator checks. Now comes home the 2-1. That's low. 3 balls, 1 strike to Hunter Binger. As Clark put 2 up in the top of the first. Redfield looking to find a way here in the bottom of the first to have their own scoring opportunities. The 3-1, that's in there for a strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count to Hunter Binger. Jacob Schmidt, the pitcher for Redfield, he stands on deck. The 3-2 on the way. Swung on and missed, and Binger down swinging for out number 1. 1 out, runner on second. Jacob Schmidt comes to the plate. And Schmidt doing the pitching. 25 pitches there in the first inning. Didn't have a bad inning. He just got 2 outs and couldn't get that third one. Took a little while there. The first pitch to Schmidt, swung on and missed for strike 1. One thing you'll hear me say a lot today in this week or during this tournament is throwing strikes is so very important. And it looks like Canigator, he understands that. The 0-1, that's down low to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. Game number 1 of the Region 2B 14U VFW tournament here in Groton, South Dakota. Canigator checks at second. Zastrow back in safely. Again, I am Pat Kraus. I'll bring you all the action here today. We have 4 games slated for today, 2 tomorrow, and then if necessary, we do have one, possibly a game on Tuesday. But again, it's determined by how the term plays out. Ball hit up the middle for a line base hit. That's going to get by the center fielder. Zastrow around third. He's going to score easily. And Schmidt, he's going to check in at second as the ball comes fired back to the infield. And Schmidt is on second with a 1-out RBI double to drive in Zastrow from second. And Redfield has an answer here in the bottom of the first inning as they put one up on here in their half of the inning with 1 out. Nice piece of hitting there by Schmidt, not trying to do too much. Good hard line drive up the middle. Tough angle there by the center fielder as it scooted by him. Schmidt takes his lead. Now batting here for Redfield is number 24, Noah Johnson. Johnson doing the catching for Redfield. His first pitch is taken for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Canigator set. He's going to check at second. And the 1-0. That misses inside. Canigator falls behind. 2 balls. No strikes. To the Redfield catcher, Noah Johnson. Jacob Schmidt leads from second. The 2-0 misses inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Canigator having a little trouble here finding the zone. 3-0. Johnson most likely taking here on the 3-0 count. He is, and it's in there for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, Noah Johnson probably just looking for something that he can drive. Another thing about this age level is base hits to the outfield. And not always going to score a run from second, but could be close. Swinging Johnson is that time, and he follows it into the net. That's going to fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning, 2-1. Clark leading. They picked up a couple runs in the top of the first on a hit and a couple of errors. The 3-2 on the way. Swung on and missed, and Johnson down swinging for out number 2. Looked like he was maybe expecting something a little different there, as his swing was a little late. Isaac Haig coming up now. Haig playing third base for Redfield, wearing number 35. 2 outs, and Jacob Schmidt on second. First pitch swinging, and Haig swings through it for strike number 1. Schmidt's on second by way of an RBI double. He drove in Micah Zastrow for Redfield's 1 run so far. The 0-1 from Canagator swung on and missed. And Haig swings underneath of it. Now quickly down, no balls and 2 strikes. Josh Canagator doing the pitching today for Clark. Both pitchers doing a little extra work out there. Canagator checks second. The 0-2 on the way. That misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not a bad pitch there, a little high. Brian Hanson, our home plate umpire, said it was close, but not good enough. Canagator checks. The 1-2 runner goes. Pitch is taken for strike 3. And Haig is down looking for out number 3. But Redfield does get 1 back on a couple of hits, and they leave 1 after 1 complete inning here at the Region 2B 14U VFW tournament. Clark leads 2-1. Coming up for Clark in the top of the second will be Denoyer, Garcia, and Reitz, and we'll have that back here after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And welcome back, baseball fans, to Lock Carsfield here in Groton for Region 2B VFW action. This is the 14U division. 4 games today, 2 tomorrow for sure, and then depending how things play out, there could be another game on Tuesday. Winner of this tournament will represent Region 2B at the 14U Class B state tournament in Bryant. And that tournament, I believe, is July 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Mato Denoyer steps in, playing center field for Clark, wearing number 77. He's going to lead things off for Clark in the top of the second inning. Clark leading here in game number 1, 2-1. First pitch from Jacob Schmidt is high for a ball. Schmidt beginning his second inning of work through 25 in that first inning. Schmidt gets his sign from catcher Johnson. The 1-0 on the way. That's inside. As he falls behind 2 balls, no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes. Always important here for the pitcher to try and get that first out, set the tone for the rest of the inning. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 on the way. That misses high. 3-0. Especially here where Clark is in their line, bottom third of their lineup. Got to get these out so they don't set the table for the top of the lineup, as Schmidt looking in at Noah Johnson. The 3-0 on the way. And that misses. And DeNoyer is aboard on a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning for Clark. That'll bring up Ernesto Garcia. Garcia wearing number 39. He is listed as the designated hitter in today's lineup. DeNoyer takes his lead from first. Haig, he's going to come in on the grass here at third for Redfield, thinking maybe a bunt coming. First pitch from Schmidt. That misses out wide for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Ernesto Garcia. It's like a couple of Clark players are just getting here or bringing some more equipment in or something. Not sure what's going on. Runner's going. Throw down to second is not in time. And DeNoyer moves up a base on a stolen base. Pitch called a ball. 2 balls and no strikes to Garcia. And DeNoyer now 90 feet closer as he stands on second. Nobody out. 2-1 our score. Clark picked up 2 in their top half of the first inning, and Redfield answered back with 1 on a couple of hits. 2-0 on the way, swung on and missed. Garcia way out in front of that one. Coach Brock Greenfield telling his hitter to keep his eye on the ball as he pulled his head, swung over the top of it. The 2-1 on the way. That one misses outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1 to Ernesto Garcia. Mato DeNoyer at second base. He's there by way of a walk and a stolen base. He takes his lead. Zastrow keeps him close. The 3-1 from Schmidt on the way. He's in the dirt, and that's going to be ball 4. Doesn't get away far enough for DeNoyer to move up, but Garcia is going to be aboard for the second walk of the inning for Jacob Schmidt. That's going to bring up Oliver Reitz. Reitz is a left fielder for Clark today, wearing number 20. We'll see here if Clark dials up a little bunt situation. Runners on first, second, nobody out. Top of the lineup coming up in Logan Labrie as he stands on deck. First pitch on the way. That misses. Schmidt struggling to find the zone here a little bit, as that's his 10th pitch of the inning, and I believe only 1 strike so far. He walked DeNoyer on 4 and 4 straight, and Garcia on 5, and then opened up with a ball here to Reitz. The 1-0 on the way, and that's going to hit Reitz. And that's going to load the bases for Clark as Reitz is hit by the pitch. And bring up Logan Labrie. Nobody out. That's going to bring Bennett Osborne out of the dugout. And just to have a little chat with his pitcher here. He waves the infield back. Again, while I have a little time here, I'll go over the schedule for our tournament this week. Or I keep saying this weekend. It's Sunday already. Right now, we have Clark and Redfield playing game number 1. After this game, the time is scheduled for 2 o'clock, but again, with these types of tournaments, we sometimes will see maybe a rolling schedule. So as this game ends, I will update you with starting times for the games coming down the way. But the second game today will be Groton taking on Webster. That will be game number 2. And then at 5 o'clock, we will have the losers bracket game. So the loser of this game and the loser of the next game will play at 5 o'clock. And then at 7 o'clock, we will have the winners bracket game. So the winners here. One team will be eliminated today out of that losers bracket, and then we'll be back tomorrow. Meeting on the mound is over, and Logan Labrie steps up. First pitch on the way from Schmidt. That misses just off the plate for ball 1. One ball and no strikes to Logan Labrie. Labrie playing second base for Clark. That's left-handed. Schmidt looks in at Johnson. The 1-0 on the way. Swung on and missed as Labrie out in front of that one a little bit. Schmidt doesn't have an overpowering fastball, but it is there, and Labrie just mistimed it out front. Bases loaded here as we had two walks and a hit by pitch to load the bases. The 1-1 from Schmidt misses way outside. Nice stop there by catcher Noah Johnson as he has to come out of his crouch to keep that ball in front of him and save a run. As Denoyer here at third trying to get a good secondary lead to maybe score on a ball past the catcher. Two balls, one strike. Nobody out here. Top of the second inning. Clark threatening. The 2-1 swung on and missed. And the count now evens. Two balls, two strikes. Now Labrie just wanting to put the ball in play. Try to have Redfield get him out instead of him getting himself out. Runners take their lead. The 2-2 on the way. And that's going to miss outside to fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now Schmidt in danger of walking in a run here. Labrie stands in the middle of the batter's box. The 3-2 on the way. Swung on and missed, and Labrie down swinging for out number 1. Labrie kind of climbed the ladder there, and I think he helped Schmidt out there. All 3 of his swinging strikes were pitches maybe not in the zone. First pitch to Steen, swung on and lifted into short center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Hanson up with it quick, gets it back in, hold the runners just to move up 1. But on the play, Denoyer scores. Everybody else moves up a base. And Steen is aboard with a one-out RBI single. And Emerson Larson comes to the plate. Larson 0 for 1 today. He was down swinging in his first at-bat. See if he made an adjustment. Base is still loaded. Larson swinging on the first pitch. That's going to get to the hole on the left side and into left field. Runners all again. Just move up 1 base as Garcia scores on Larson's RBI single. Now 1 for 2. Pitcher Josh Cannigator comes up. Cannigator had a 2-out RBI double back in the first inning. As Clark now extends their lead to 4-1. Base is still loaded. One out. First pitch to Cannigator. That's going to go behind him for ball number 1. Ball 1. Clark leading 4-1 over Redfield. Region 2B action here in Groton at Lockhart Field. Schmidt gets the sign from Johnson. The 1-0 on the way. Cannigator takes it inside. 2 balls, no strikes. To the number 4 hitter in the Clark lineup, the pitcher, Josh Cannigator. He digs in there, number 27. Schmidt gets the sign, comes set. The 2-0. That hits the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, strike's been kind of hard to come by right now here for Schmidt. He's battling. He's around the plate. He's not all over it. He's just around, just missing. The 2-1. Cannigator, he hits it hard through the hole here on the left side. That's going to get into left field for a base hit. Steen's going to come around third. He's going to try to score. There's going to be a play at the plate. Throw is not in time, and Steen is in safely. Now down to third. And Larson is in safely. Cannigator moves up on the throw. So Cannigator on second on an RBI single. Moves up to second on the throw. 2 runs come across as Reitz and Steen score. And Clark extends their lead now to 6-1. Push 4 across so far here in the top of the second inning. Michael Severson at the plate. Big lefty. His first pitch taken inside for ball 1. Severson is does not have an official at bat so far. One plate appearance, but he was hit by the pitch. Hit by the pitch in the top of the first inning. Schmidt comes set, and the 1-0 on the way. Severson swings and pops it up in shallow center. Hanson in, Zastrow out. Hanson makes the catch, tagging from third is Larson. He will score on the play. Severson credited with a sacrifice RBI fly ball for the second out. As Larson tagged up and scored. And now again they will courtesy run for Cannigator. He's the pitcher. Cooper Palmer steps to the plate. Palmer wearing number 99. Palmer singled and drove in a run in his first at-bat back in the first inning. Five across here so far for Clark in the top of the fifth inning, extending their lead to 7-1. First pitch to Palmer, swung on and grounded up the middle. Oh, nice play there by Schmidt as he scoops it up. A little trouble by the first baseman. He cannot handle it. And on the play, hustling, Clark's courtesy runner, number 66, comes all the way around from second and scores. Palmer is aboard on the error by the first baseman as Schmidt fielded it, threw it over, and the first baseman, Ethan Falk, had some trouble handling the ball on the first pitch. Palmer off. He's going to be in safely at second with the stolen base. Damian Severson now batting for Clark. He's 0 for 1 in today's ball game as he flied out to the shortstop. 6 runs across here for Clark as they lead now 8-1. The 1-0 from Schmidt to Severson. That misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Schmidt looking in at Johnson and then back again at Palmer. The 2-0 on the way. Swung on and missed as Severson swings over the top of it. Schmidt up to the next pitch would be his 55th pitch so far in an inning and 2/3. The 2-1 on the way. Swung on and looped into short left. That's going to fall for a base hit. Palmer's going to come around third as he was off with contact. He's hustling around third. He's going to score. And Clark pushes another one across here in the second inning. As Severson delivers a 2-out RBI single. And that's going to turn the lineup back over again and mess up my scorebook as Mato Denoyer comes to the plate wearing number 77. He led the inning off with a walk and came around and scored. So he does not have an official at bat, but a plate appearance. Damian Severson leads, and Schmidt steps off just to keep Severson close. Jacob Schmidt doing the pitching here. He's battling. 9-1 our score. The first pitch to Denoyer misses outside. One thing I always tell kids at this age is to throw strikes. He's throwing strikes. Clark's just doing their job too. They're hitting the ball and they're getting some. I say hit it where they're not, and that's kind of what Clark's doing. They're finding the gaps and the holes in the infield. Runner goes and throw it down by Johnson is not in time as it shoots into center, but Hanson there to back up the play, get it back in quickly. Pitch was a ball. 2 balls and no strikes to Denoyer. As he has yet to see a strike in 2 plate appearances so far. He walked on a 4-pitch walk in his first plate appearance, and now 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 on the way. Swung on and fouled into the net. As Schmidt gets one back here, 2-1. Clark leading here 9-1. Early in game number 1, as we're only in the top of the second inning. Severson leads from second to 2-1, stays high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Ernesto Garcia stands on deck. Again, Garcia, he was part of that. A couple guys that walked in the early part of this inning. Zastrow kind of playing games out there with Severson, trying to keep him close. The 3-1 on the way. Swung on and popped up. Into short right field. Hanson coming in from center. He calls for it. It's the right fielder, Jackson Etheridge, that takes it to put it away for out number 3. Clark going to push across 7 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 runner left on base. After 1.5, Clark leads 9-1 coming up for Redfield in the home half of the second inning. Will be Jackson Etheridge, John Booth, and Ethan Falk, and we will have the bottom half of the second inning after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails.
All right, we're back at the bottom of the second inning. Jackson Etheridge goes down on 3 straight. He's down swinging, or down looking, for out number 1. John Booth stepping to the plate here as Josh Cannigator continuing here, beginning his second inning of work. First pitch is in there for a strike, as now Cannigator in kind of a really nice position with a 9-1 lead. Now his job is to just go out there and throw strikes and be efficient. Booth gets a piece and fouls it into the net behind home plate. And Cannigator quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Booth digs back in, wearing number 34. He's the left fielder today. The 0-2 is in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cannigator's 1-2, swung on and missed, and Booth down swinging for out number 1, or excuse me, out number 2. Ethan Falk stepping to the plate now, wearing number 54. He's playing first base for Redfield, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. And it looks like Emerson Larson is going to come in for Clark. Looks like we're just going to have what we call a straight switch, where Larson comes in to pitch and Cannigator goes to first base. We'll keep it right here as Larson takes his warm-up pitches. Some may be wondering why, Cannigator's throwing a good game, why all of a sudden, rules have changed over the last few years, and we no longer determine how long a pitcher can go by the innings. It is now a pitch count rule. I'll have to talk to Groton coach Aaron Severson to get the specifics on it. But I do know that the amount of pitches thrown determines how much rest is needed by the pitchers that are involved. And I'm guessing it's the count for this age is must be 30 because Cannigator comes out with 29 pitches and Larson's coming in, and Larson no slouches in his own right. He was here playing Groton a few weeks ago, and he threw well. He's two outs. Now he comes in. First pitch to Ethan Falk is a ball. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Count evens here from Larson to Falk. 9-1 the score. Clark leading. The 1-1. That misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike from Larson to Falk. Falk looking to find a way on here for Redfield. The 2-1. That's in there for a strike. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the second inning of our first game of Region 2B, 14U VFW action. 2-2. That's down low. Count runs full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Larson looking to have a combine with Cannigator for a 1-2-3 inning. The 3-2. That's down the middle for strike 3, and Falk goes down looking for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors for Redfield. No runners left on base. After 2 complete innings, Clark leads 9-1. Coming up for Clark in the top of the third inning, it'll be Garcia, Reitz, and Labrie, and we will have that for you when we return to Lock Cars Field after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every
Pitcher. No strikes. They're just hitting all over the place. Yeah, they just hit the ball. Got a football team. Well, look how big they are. And we are back here at Lock Cars Field. This is Pat Krause bringing you Region 2B 14U action. Jacob Schmidt begins his third inning of work. Delivers ball 1 to Ernesto Garcia. Garcia walked and scored in the big second inning for Clark, and the 1-0 goes behind Garcia. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. Jacob Schmidt out there trying to stretch his arm out, maybe having some trouble out there. He's at 62 pitches. 62 pitches in the game so far. Clark leading 9-1. 2-0 to Garcia. Swung on and lined into left. That's going to be down for a base hit. Booth up with it and quickly back to the infield. And Garcia picks up his first hit of the game on a sharp single to left field. And that'll bring up Oliver Reitz. Reitz hit by a pitch and scored again in that big second inning for Clark, where they scored 7 runs. First pitch on the way, swung on, grounded to third. Haig up with it on to second, and it's not in time. Garcia hustling into second, he's safe, and Reitz is aboard on fielder's choice. And Logan Labrie coming up to the plate. Labrie officially 0 for 1 today. He walked in his first at-bat and struck out in his next at-bat. But this is kind of what, if you're Clark, this is what you want. You want your bottom part of your lineup to get on for your top. Let's see if Labrie can come through. He squares the bunt, pulls it back, pitch gets away, and runners are going to move up. So Labrie squared the bunt, looking to advance the runners, and the job gets done anyway on the wild pitch by Schmidt. Now Clark again threatening here. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Top of the order of Logan Labrie. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 swung on and missed. Evens the count, 1-1. I think Labrie just trying to do too much here, as he did in the last at bat. He swung at 3 pitches out of the zone. And that one there was in the dirt when he was swinging. The 1-1. That's on the outside corner for strike 2. So now Labrie falls behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We do have run rule situations in 14U. I believe it's 15 after 3, 10 after 5. If the team is winning by that many. The 1-2 gets by. And Garcia is going to try to score from third, and he is safe as he gets under the tag. And Garcia comes in and scores to extend the lead to 10-1. Reitz moves up on the play also, and the count to Labrie is still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. We're in the top of the third inning. The 2-2 from Schmidt, swung on and missed, and Labrie goes down swinging again for the first out of the inning. That's Labrie's second strikeout today. Not what you're hoping for from your leadoff hitter, but like I said, I think he's just trying to do too much and putting too much pressure on him. Jacob Steen now in. Steen been on twice, scored 2 runs. First pitch swinging, ground ball to Haig. Haig on to first, and in time for the out. Reitz does score on the play. So Steen will be credited with an RBI ground out, as he is retired 5-3 if you're scoring at home for the second out. And now the lead is 11-1. Emerson Larson coming in to bat. Now first pitch swing popped up. Haig and Schmidt talking it over, and Schmidt's going to take charge, and he will put it away for the third out. But Clark does get a couple, and they extend their lead now to 11-1 as they get a couple runs on a couple hits. And now lead 11-1. Coming up for Redfield in the bottom of the third, it'll be Keegan Hanson, Zastrow, and Binger. And we will have that back here at Lockhurst Field after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to Lockhart Field here in Grove, South Dakota. I'm Pat Krause, bringing you Region 2B 14U VFW action. We will bring you all the action here on live ticket. So if you're unable to attend, or if you have family and friends that are not in the area and can't come out and watch, please be sure to tune in. We will bring you all the games. 4 today, 2 tomorrow, in hopes of crowning a champion here by the end of tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, depending on how things play out. Winner of this tournament will represent Region 2B at the State 14U VFW tournament that will be held in Bryant on July 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Leading off your bottom of the third inning will be Keegan Hanson. Hanson first pitch swinging as Emerson Larson, again back on the mound. He came in relief of Josh Canigator. The 0-1 to Hanson misses. The 1-1 on the way, swung on and missed. Check the score. That's winning 11-1. Clark is winning. Somebody said that. The 1-2 to Hanson misses in the dirt, gets to the backstop, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two to the count. Emerson Larson, this is his second batter so far. The 2-2 misses high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Keegan Hanson playing center field for Redfield. This is his first plate appearance in today's ball game. And the 3-2, that's going to miss inside. And Hanson is going to be aboard with a leadoff walk. Kind of tough there as Hanson's a little bit shorter. That's going to turn the lineup over for Redfield, and that's going to bring up Micah Zastrow. Zastrow, wearing number 47, playing second base. He singled and scored the only run for Redfield back in the first inning. First pitch on the way. That's down there for a strike. And Larson jumps out ahead. No balls, 1 strike. To the leadoff hitter for Redfield, Micah Zastrow. As they trail 11-1. The 0-1 runner goes. Throw down to second is there, but Hanson slides in safely. And Keegan Hanson is at second with the stolen base. Pitch called a strike. And Zastrow behind now, no balls and 2 strikes. Emerson Larson on the mound. The 0-2 in the dirt. Hanson started for third, but then thought twice and hustles back to second. Ball was in the dirt, got underneath the catcher, but I think it caught umpire Brian Hanson's shin guard. And the 1-2, that's high, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cloudy skies out here, which I think is going to help, because I think if that sun was out, it would be a lot warmer, or at least feel a lot warmer. So hopefully that breeze and the clouds keeps the temperature down a little bit. The 2-2 from Larson, swung on and missed, and Zastrow goes down swinging for the first out. Hunter Binger coming up now. Binger playing shortstop for Redfield. He was a strikeout victim in the first inning to Josh Canigator. First pitch from Larson to Binger. Swung on and missed. Again, Larson, big, tall, slow, long motion, but that ball jumps out of his hand and gets on the hitters quick. From the stretch, the 0-1, swung on and missed. Binger quickly down, no balls, 2 strike. Hanson trying for third as the ball gets away from the catcher, and he is going to slide in underneath the tag. Almost doesn't make it to the base, but does. That is, again, another thing you see at this age level is the sliding technique. Needs a little work, but nonetheless, Hanson's there safely. The 0-2 on the way to Binger. That's going to be hit right at shortstop Jacob Steen. He's going to put it away for out number 2. Good base running there by Keegan Hanson as he read the ball and hustled back to third not to get doubled off. Jacob Schmidt's going to come to the plate. Schmidt still on the mound doing the pitching for Redfield. He drove in a run in the first inning with a double, I believe it was. First pitch to Schmidt. Swung on and grounded out front of the mound. Larson up with it. He's going to fire it onto first in time to retire Schmidt. 1-3 on a nice play. Redfield, they threatened to score one, but they leave him at third base. No runs, no hits, no Clark errors after 3 complete innings here at Lockhart Field. Clark leads 11-1. Coming up for Clark, it'll be Candidator, Michael Severson, and Palmer, and we will have the top of the 4th inning when we return after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Yep. We'll work on my back. All right. Welcome back. Here we are, game number 1, Region 2B. We've got some changes here, looks like, for Redfield in the field. Looks like Jackson Etheridge. Jackson Etheridge coming in from right field. He's going to pitch. It looks like Zastrow still at his position. Schmidt went to short from the pitcher, from pitching. And it looks like shortstop Hunter Binger, he moved to third. First pitch to Josh Candidator is a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. And it looks like Isaac Haig, he moved to right field. Candidator in the box now. The 1-0 swung on, popped up on the infield. Catcher calls for it, Noah Johnson. He calls for it, he takes it and puts it away. And Candidator retired on the pop out to the catcher for out number 1. So quickly, again, those changes. Our new pitcher for Redfield is Jackson Etheridge. New right fielder is Isaac Haig. Shortstop Jackson Schmidt. New third base is Hunter Binger. Nothing changes in the batting order, just some position changes. With 1 out, Michael Severson comes up. First pitch on the way. Swung on and grounded to first. Gets by the first baseman over there. Severson hustling. He's going to beat it as the ball squirts away from first base, but not far enough for Severson to advance. And Severson aboard on the air by the first baseman, Ethan Falk. And we're going to have a pinch runner for Michael Severson. Diego Garcia is going to run for Michael Severson. Cooper Palmer at the plate. Palmer, we got a balk called, and runner will advance. And umpire Matt Rohrbach going to come in and talk to the pitcher about what he did. Again, something that is fairly common, as a lot of these kids just last year were playing U12 and on the smaller field and maybe not had the pitching rules as strictly enforced. Clark leading here 11-1. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Again, we do have run rules here. 7-inning game, so 10-run rule after 5. First pitch to Palmer coming here from, it swung on and lifted into short left. Jackson Schmidt calls for it. He catches it. Diego Garcia hustles back to second. Nice play there by Schmidt to retire Palmer, as he went a long way for that ball. He puts it away. Damian Severson's going to come to the plate. Again, if after 5 complete innings a team is winning by 10 runs, the game will be shortened. First pitch misses from Etheridge. 1 ball and no strikes. And if things sit the way they are right now, we are looking at that. The 1-0 is grounded foul as Severson reaches up for that one and chops it foul. Severson, 1 for 2 today. A fly out and a fly out and a single. This is his 3rd at bat. 1-1 from Etheridge. Stays high as Severson stepped and looked like he wanted it. A lot of times that higher pitch, it looks nice, but it's not a strike. See a lot of kids swing at that. Etheridge checks the runner, the 2-1. Swung on and grounded to the right side. That's going to get by Zastrow and into right field. Diego comes around, right fielder not paying attention. He's going to score the 12th run. As Severson is aboard with a 2-out single. Not sure what Isaac Haig was wondering out there. He picked the ball up and looked around, and Diego Garcia just kept on running. 2 outs. Severson takes his lead. That brings up Mato Denoyer. First pitch swinging. That's going to get through the left side. And Severson checks in at second, and Denoyer is aboard with on base for the 2nd time today. He walked and scored and flied out. Now he's aboard with a single, so been on twice. And Ernesto Garcia comes to the plate. Garcia 1 for 1 officially. First pitch misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Garcia walked, singled, and has scored 2 runs for Clark today, as being very productive in the bottom part of the lineup. Runners take their lead. The 1-0 in the dirt. Noah Johnson able to keep it in front of him. 2 balls, no strikes to the designated hitter for Clark, Ernesto Garcia. Jackson Etheridge takes the sign. Now he's coming home. The 2-0 clips the bottom of the strike zone for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 12-1 our score. Clark leading. The 2-1 on the way, and that's going to miss outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Oliver Reitz on deck. Reitz has been on a couple of times and scored 2 runs. Etheridge coming set. Now the 3-1. Swung on and grounded to the right side. Long run there for Zastrow as the infield kills it. And the throw is not in time. Severson moves to third, Denoyer to second, and Garcia hustling down. We'll give him an infield single there for his 2nd hit of the game. Bases are loaded, 2 outs, and Oliver Reitz comes up. Officially 0 for 1. He walked and reached on a fielder's choice. First pitch to Reitz, swung on the line into left field. That's be down for a hit. One run's going to score. Denoyer coming around. He's going to score. As Severson and Damian Severson and Mato Denoyer, they extend the lead. As Ernesto Garcia checks in at second. And Reitz, he picks up a couple of RBIs on a 2-out RBI single that now extends the lead for Clark to 14-1. And we have a pinch hitter coming in now here, number 10. And we'll get you that name here in just a second. Hopefully, first pitch is inside for a ball. Will Hubvey is hitting for Logan Labrie. Second pitch is popped over here, foul, and it's going to hit the dirt. And the count evens 1 ball and 1 strike to the Clark pinch hitter. Two outs here. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Clark leading here, game number 1, 14-1. They've started to kind of, bats have come alive here the last few innings. The 1-1, that stays high. You know, it's one thing to score a lot of runs, but they're hitting the ball. 10 hits on the scoreboard right now. They have taken advantage of a few errors by Redfield. Jackson Etheridge, 2-1 coming. In the dirt, gets by Johnson. Runners are going to move up. Garcia to third and Reitz to second. Listening to Coach Brock Greenfield down here below me. Looks like he's going to start cycling in some kids here to get some playing time. The 3-1 from Etheridge. And that's in the dirt, and Hubvey is going to be aboard with a 2-out walk. And that'll load the bases for Jacob Steen. Steen has put the ball in play all 3 times today. Reached on a fielder's choice and a single and then grounded out. He has scored 2 runs. And getting some direction here. He's wearing number 21. First pitch is lined up the middle right at Zastrow. And that's going to retire Steen to end the inning. But Clark does get a few more as they push 3 across. They leave 3 after 3.5. Clark leads 14-1. Coming up for Redfield, it'll be Johnson, Haig, and Etheridge. And we'll have the bottom of the 4th inning when we return to Groton and Lockhurst Field after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to Lockhurst Field here in beautiful Groton, South Dakota. I am Pat Kraus bringing you Region 2B 14U VFW action. We've got 4 games on tap for today. Right now, we are seeing Clark taking care of business here in game number 1 as they're leading 14-1 over Redfield. Again, we do have a 10-run rule in place. If Redfield is unable to score a few runs, they need to get it back to 9 runs, a 9-run difference between now and the bottom of the 5th inning. if we don't see that, this game will be shortened. Noah Johnson going to lead things off for Redfield here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch misses, ball 1 ball, no strikes. Johnson 0 for 1 today as he struck out his first at bat. Emerson Larson still pitching as he came in relief of Josh Canigator. The 1-0 misses, 2 balls and no strikes. Canigator was relieved after throwing 29 pitches, and again, pitch count rules are a big part of the strategy here during these tournaments. The 2-0 misses inside, and Larson falls behind here, 3 balls and no strikes. Rules used to be where it was innings versus number of pitches, and makes the coaches have to do a little more creative managing as Noah Johnson draws a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning. He's aboard. Isaac Haig coming to the plate. Haig now playing right field. Johnson takes his lead. First pitch misses, and that's 5 in a row from Larson now, as he's having a little trouble finding the strike zone. Larson on his next will be his 27th pitch. The 1-0. That misses high. 2-0 now, as again, throwing strikes is extremely important, especially with pitch count rules. And I'm guessing Larson is one of Clark's better pitchers. The 2-0, that's going to be at the letters for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. As Larson finally gets one across this inning. Checks the runner. Runner goes, and Larson throws over. They got him picked off, but I think he's going to be in safe. As Johnson doing the right thing there as he took off, and being a left-handed pitcher, Larson, he just comes straight up. He sees Johnson take off, and he throws over to first, but Johnson just put his head down, took off, and he's in safely at second with stolen base. The 2-1, that's on the inside corner for strike 2. That evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here for Redfield, bottom of the 4th inning as they trail 14-1, looking to find a way back into this. The 2-2 from Larson, that's in the dirt. 3-2. 3-2. Will Hubvey playing second for Clark. He's playing, kind of going back and forth there, trying to keep Johnson close. Giving Larson a look. The 3-2 on the way. And that's going to miss high, and Redfield's going to have their second base runner aboard here on second consecutive walk. Jackson Etheridge coming to the plate. Etheridge was down looking on 3 pitches in his first at-bat. He's taking some signs from Coach Bennett Osborne down here at third base. Runners are going to take their lead. Larson going to give them both a check. First pitch coming home, swung on and missed as Etheridge way out in front of it and over the top. Emerson Larson at 32 pitches now as he checks the runners. The 0-1 on the way to Etheridge. That's going to miss high. And again, I think Redfield's finding out that if they stay patient at the plate, that Larson has a little trouble here. He's having some control problems right now as he's only thrown 2 strikes this inning. The 1-1 on the way. That's going to be grounded up the middle. Steen up with it on to second to Hubvey, and that's all they're going to get as Johnson advances to third. Haig's going to be out on the fielder's choice, 6-4 for the first out. And Etheridge is going to be aboard on the fielder's choice. So runners on first and third now, 1 out. And John Booth is at the plate. Booth was a strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning. Runners on first and third for Redfield. Etheridge on first, Johnson at third. First pitch hits the inside corner for strike 1. And Larson jumps ahead here. No balls and 1 strike. Struggled there with the first few batters, and now hopefully maybe finding a rhythm. get himself back in here. The 0-1 as he squares the bunt. We're going to do a little safety squeeze. Now they got Johnson caught up here between third and home. Now they got him in a rundown. Etheridge is going to come up. Now everybody's going to be safe on the play. Etheridge stays at second. Booth is at first on the fielder's choice. And bases are loaded after all that. Larson makes the right play there. He picks it up and he gets the runner caught in the rundown. And however, they're not able to execute the rundown and get Johnson, as he did a nice job. He stayed in it long enough, hoping to move Etheridge over to third. But he doesn't come over, and everybody's safe after all of it. We've got bases loaded. Ethan Falk at the plate, looking to capitalize on it as he's swinging at the first pitch and fouls it off into the net. 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. Bases loaded here for Redfield as they look to capitalize. The 0-1 on the way. That misses high and away. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Again, Redfield trying to scratch their way back in here as they trail 14-1. The 1-1 from Larson. That's in the dirt. Nice stop there by Kai Vandersnick. Vandersnick does a pretty nice job back there. I'm kind of partial to catchers as they work hard. I was a catcher myself, and he does a pretty good job. Hasn't let much by him back there. The 2-1. Swung on and missed, and Falk now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Emerson Larson looking in here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded here. The 2-2. That's going to miss high. Fill the count. Larson now in danger of walking in a run. Next pitch for Larson will be his 40th. As he takes a look around at the runners. The 3-2 on the way. That's going to miss high. And Ethan Falk is going to get an RBI with a walk, as all the runners will advance. And on the walk, Noah Johnson will score. And that'll bring up Keegan Hanson. Hanson reached on he was walked in his first at bat and was stranded at third base. Hanson playing center field for Redfield. First pitch misses inside. Looks like maybe Clark's got somebody and go down and get warmed up in case things get out of hand here. The 1-0 from Larson, swung on and hit off the end of the bat, foul over by the Clark dugout along the first baseline. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Emerson Larson here, working here in relief of Josh Cannigator, the 1-1 to Hanson. That's going to hit him in the foot, and Hanson's going to be aboard again as he tries to get out of the way, but it catches the top of his foot. And on the play, Etheridge is going to score. Booth moves to third, Falk to second, Hanson's on first, and that brings up top of the lineup. And Micah Zastrow is 1 for 2 today. Singled, scored a run in the first inning, and struck out in the third. Still only 1 out. First pitch swinging. That's gonna go into short left. Left fielder catches it. Throw comes in to first, and on the play, John Booth tags up and scores. Zastrow will be credited with an RBI sacrifice fly for the second out. That's going to bring up Hunter Binger. Binger now playing third base. Pitcher looked like he was going. Oh, now we got runners going everywhere. I believe the pitcher was in the full windup, and on that, as soon as he moves, the runners can go, and that's what the Redfield runners took advantage of. The 0-1 to Binger. That misses. So Redfield able to get a little something going here, putting 3 across so far here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Larson having some trouble with his control, and when it is there, it looks like Redfield is putting it in play. The 1-1. That's going to clip the outside corner for strike 2. Look a little off there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. Clark leading 14-4. The 1-2 swung on and popped foul over the Clark dugout. So Binger stays alive with 2 outs. The 1-2 from Larson on the way. That's going to miss. I believe inside and down. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Larson looking to get out of here without any more damage done. The 2-2. That's going to miss inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So far in this inning, Larson has walked 3 and hit 1. The 3-2, that misses outside. And Binger is aboard with a 2-out walk. Ethan Falk down here at third base, I think he forgot that the bases weren't loaded, and he was maybe going to try, thought he could score. Jacob Schmidt now into bat. Schmidt was your starting pitcher for Redfield. First pitch is in the dirt, and here comes Falk trying to score. There's going to be a play at the plate, and he is safe. Ethan Falk scores. Hanson moves up, and Binger moves up. Runners on second and third. And Jacob Schmidt is the hitter. Schmidt is 1 for 2 today. RBI double in the first and a ground out in the third. The 1-0 swung on and missed, and count now even. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Clark leading 14-5. The 1-1 swung on and fouled, out of play. Schmidt not afraid to get his swings in up there. The 1-2 from Larson. Swung on and lined up the middle. That's going to be down for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. And that's all they're going to get. But another run comes across as Keegan Hanson scores. And Hunter Binger checks in at third. And Jacob Schmidt has an RBI single for his second hit of the game. And that'll bring up Noah Johnson. Johnson led off this inning with a walk and came around and scored. So far in this inning, Redfield's pushed 6 across as they cut the deficit now to 8. Runner goes from first. Ball's hit into right field. That's going to score a run. Schmidt coming around second. He's going to move up to third. And Redfield pushes another run across as Hunter Binger scores on the RBI single by Johnson. Schmidt was off on the pitch, so he moves up to third. First and third, 2 outs. And they're going to have the runner picked off, and he's going to be out at second as Noah Johnson is caught stealing. 1-3-6 for the third out. But Redfield scores 6 on a few hits, on a couple hits. Mostly some walks, a lot of walks, though. They left 1 runner on. And after 4 complete innings, the new score now is 14-7. Clark leading. Coming up for Clark in the top of the 5th inning, it's going to be Larson, Kennegator, and Diego Garcia. And we'll have the top of the 5th inning when we return to Lock Cars Field after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And welcome back, baseball fans, to Lock Cars Field. It's Pat Krause bringing you Region 2B 14U VFW action. Again, we will have all the games here on live ticket on our Groton live ticket station. If you're not able to attend, or if you have family members, please go to the Groton Baseball Softball Foundation Facebook page. There is a link to our channel, and please be sure to tune in as you're able, as we'll be bringing you 4 games today and 2 tomorrow. This game took quite a turn as Clark's still in control. They're still up 7 runs, but Redfield picked up some momentum there in the bottom of the 4th inning as they pushed 6 runs across. A lot of that due with the help of some walks and some hit batsmen, and then just some timely hitting. So we do have a new score, 14-7. Leading off for Clark here in the top of the 5th, it's going to be the pitcher, Emerson Larson. First pitch swinging, that's going to be a fly ball into right center. That's going to get over Hanson's head. Larson around second, and he's going to come around third as Coach Brock from Greenfield tells him to come on, and he's going to be in safely at third with the leadoff. We'll give him a triple. Josh Cannigator now the hitter. Cannigator the starting pitcher, now first baseman. First pitch swung on and driven into right center again. That's going to fall for a base hit. And Larson is going to score it easily. Cannigator rounds first, but he's going to check in there as he has his third hit. This is now batting Luis Garcia. Luis Garcia, his first at bat as he came in and pinch ran. First pitch swinging, grounded to short. Schmidt up with it on to first in time, and Garcia retired 6-3. Cannigator moved up as Cannigator was off with the pitch, and he was in safely. Cooper Palmer the hitter now. First pitch from Etheridge misses. Palmer so far today is 1 for 3. 1 for 3. He had a single in the first, reached on an error, and flied out. He does have a run scored. Jackson Etheridge in his second inning here will work. The 1-0. Palmer reaches up and he grounds it to short. Jacob Schmidt on to first and in time to retire Palmer for the second out. Hey, Palmer kind of reached up for that one instead of letting it come into the strike zone. He kind of got himself out there. 2 outs now, and Deacon Mose now the batter for Damian Severson. Deacon Mose, first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Cannigator advanced to third on the ground out by Luis Garcia. Etheridge coming set. The 1-0 on the way. It's going to miss high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes to Deacon Mose. I believe Mose is in the game. I think he's playing right field right now. Maybe left. He swings and misses. Ball gets away from the catcher. Here comes Cannigator, and he will score on the pass ball. And Clark trying to get a few runs back here as they gave up 6 in the bottom half of the 4th. now getting a couple back here in the top half of the fifth. 16-7 now our score. Base is empty. 2 balls, 1 strike. Deacon Mose our batter. The 2-1 misses outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Mose wearing number 9. Mato Denoyer stands on deck. The 3-1 swung on and lifted, and that's going to fall behind first base and going to be down for a hit. Oh, now he's going to try for second, and he's going to be caught up in between. Now Johnson's going to run right at him, try to get him to commit, throw his high into center field, and he's going to be safe at second. Now he's going to try for third. Hanson doesn't throw, and Mose has what we call that a little league triple, I believe, as he was safe at first. We'll give him a single. And throw comes in, gets away, and kind of some confusion as to what to do, and he decided to take off, and he ends up on third after all is said and done. Mato Denoyer up to bat now. A couple runs scored. 1 hit, first pitch swinging, and that's going to fall harmlessly foul. Good hustle there by Ethan Falk, first baseman for Redfield, as he was just short of making a catch there. Denoyer singled and scored in his last at-bat in the 4th inning. Been a productive day for him at the bottom of the lineup. He's got a couple of runs scored. Now we have a balk by Etheridge, and that's going to score Mose. And that now extends it to 17-7, so now the 10-run rule back in effect. So Deacon Mose taking his chances there on the base running paid off as he is able to score on the balk. Denoyer takes low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the count, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 5th inning if things stay as they are. And if Redfield's unable to score here in the bottom half, this game will be shortened. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 1-1 to Denoyer. He pops it up. Zastrow calls for it, and he will put it away as the wind is kind of starting to pick up a little bit. But Denoyer retired on the pop-out. But Clark does get 3 back and extend the lead to 17-7. They don't leave any base runners, and after 4.5 innings, Clark leading 17-7. Coming up for Redfield in the bottom of the 5th inning. I gotta get my book here adjusted. It's going to be I think it'll be Isaac Haig will be batting. But we'll figure that out when we come back because I think we had a pickoff. But nonetheless, we'll get that squared away and figured out, and we'll have the bottom of the 5th inning when we return after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
And then Larson went to center.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions.
And we are back. Got some defensive changes here for Clark. Looks like Max Brantland is in to pitch in relief of Emerson Larson. First pitch to Isaac Haig is foul ball, strike 1. And then Emerson Larson, he moves from pitcher to center field. The 0-1, that's in there for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. And Mato DeNoyer is out of the game, as Max Bratlin will be in his lineup, and he makes short work of Haig, as Haig down on 3 pitches looking for out number 1. Jackson, well, it looks like we have a pinch hitter. Number 60 for Redfield. We'll get you a name here in just a second. First pitch from Bratlin, misses high and away. Dean Youngworth batting. 2 balls and no strikes. Pinch hitting for Jackson Etheridge. And now 3-0. To number 60. The 3-0. And that misses, and Youngworth is going to be aboard with a 1-out walk. And that's going to bring up another pinch hitter, number 50. As Redfield looking to give some of their bench players a chance here. First pitch from Bratlin, that's in there for a strike as he jumps right out ahead. No balls, 1 strike. Bratlin in relief of Emerson Larson. And he is going to hit. Again, the pinch hitter for John Booth, number 50. I'm sorry, I don't have the Colton. First name was Colton. We'll get you a last name here in just a second, as our official scorer is working on gaining. And we have a little time here as Brock Greenfield comes out to talk to his pitcher. Colton Olson was number 50 there. He is aboard after being hit by a pitch. Brock Greenfield comes out of the dugout to have a little chat with his pitcher as he has a walk and a hit batsman. He struck out Haig on 3 straight pitches, and then he walked the next Youngworth on 4 straight balls, and then he beans Olson. So Redfield has runners on first and second, 1 out. Ethan Falk up to bat. Falk 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. First pitch from Brantlin, swung on and missed. Falk swings through it. Falk walked and scored in the last inning. Well, Redfield kind of made it interesting there in the 4th as they pushed 6 runs across to cut the lead to 14-7. Brantlin's 0-1 is in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. But Clark answered back with 3 to get them back to that ever-important 10-run rule here as they now lead 17-7. The 0-2 on the outside corner, and Falk down looking for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Keegan Hanson. Hanson has had a pretty good day from the number 9 spot as he's been on twice. He's walked and been hit by a pitch as they try to pick off Youngworth at second, and he's back in safely. And now Brantlin has hit both runners. He hit Olson when he was batting and now hit Youngworth in the shoulder on the pickoff attempt. Keegan Hanson, center fielder. Again, not an official at bat today as he's been walked and hit by a pitch. First pitch from Brantlin misses outside. Hanson wearing number 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners take their lead. Clark leading 17-7 here, bottom of the 5th inning. Hanson swings at a ball in the dirt, and count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. If Redfield is unable to score here in this bottom half of the 5th, this game will be shortened. The 1-1 swung on, popped up. Brantland calls for it. Now Canagator, and Canagator will take it, and he will put it away for out number 3. And that will do it here for game number 1, as Clark is going to defeat Redfield 17-7 by way of the 10-run rule. We will take a break, and we'll come back with totals here and wrap up this game and kind of preview our second game. So we'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back to give you the totals here in game number 1 and preview game number 2. We'll have that back here in 1 minute.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Get infield, so we'll probably just cut away, run some ads for a while, and then we'll come back to a new game. You know what I mean? So, yeah, because we'll. Yep. Yeah. So once I wrap this up, and I'll just talk about these two teams briefly, then we'll just cut it down, cut it off, and then we'll come back and start fresh. And welcome back. Game number 1 in the books here in Region 2B VFW 14U action, as we just saw Clark defeat Redfield 17-7 in 5 innings by way of the 10-run rule. Totals on the scoreboard for Redfield: 7 runs on 3 hits and 4 errors, and for Clark, 17 runs on 11 hits and only 1 fielding error. So pretty complete game there by Clark. But what we did see there, we saw Redfield show a little fire there in the 4th inning, as they were able to push 6 runs across and make things a little bit interesting. But Clark definitely showing why they are one of the better teams in this region. Canagator came out and he threw strikes in the first few innings, but they did pull him early to keep him available, I believe, for later today, I would assume, as with pitch counts, if you reach a certain number, you're only allowed, you have to then take a few days rest, and they pulled him at 29, so I'm thinking that maybe 30 is maybe the number, or maybe a few more. But nonetheless, head coach Brock Greenfield thought, Canagator's one of our better pitchers. We need to keep him around and have a few. Then Emerson Larson came in. He threw okay, had a little struggle there, a little speed bump there in the 4th inning where I think he walked 3 and hit another batter, and that led to Redfield being able to put 6 runs across. Redfield just, they struggled there in the first three innings, as they were only supposed to get one run across. Their starting pitcher, Jacob Schmidt, he threw okay. He threw strikes, and that's the name of the game. But Clark's a good hitting team, so he did his job and threw strikes. But Clark did their job as well and put the ball in play, and that's where, like I said, 17 runs and 11 hits. That means they did their job, put the ball in play. And right now we got our grounds crew on the field, getting the field prep for our second game, which we will have back here live on Live Ticket. Here probably, let's see, we've got 1:43. I would say right around the 2 o'clock hour we will be taking infield. So probably shortly after 2 o'clock check back in on the Groton Baseball Softball Foundation YouTube link, and we will have the action here for Groton and Webster. Groton will be the home team, Webster will be the visitors, and we'll do a short little pregame and starting lineups shortly after. I would say probably between 2 and 2:15, so check back, and if we're on, please tune in. And again, we're bringing you all the games. We've got one in the books already, 3 more today, 2 more tomorrow, and so if you're able to come on out, we would welcome you to come on out. The field looks great, the weather's nice, but if you're unable to, or you have family around the state or other parts of the country that are looking to follow your players, please go to the Groton Baseball Softball Foundation Facebook page. There is a link to our channel, and please send that link on and share it, as we appreciate all of you guys watching. And also on the screen, for those of you who have been viewing, across the bottom scroll is a list of our sponsors, and just a huge thank you to all of them, because without them we are unable to do this. Axel, my main man here, has been producing games all year. We have been live streaming our games here in Groton, all of our home games for our junior teeners, our junior legion, our legion, and he's been here for every game, and he's here again making sure things are taken care of, and makes my life a whole lot easier. So we will have game 2 with Groton and Webster back here at Lockhart Field in Groton. Like I said, it'll be probably shortly after the 2 o'clock hour. We'll bring it to you in its entirety when we come back. So please, if you're able to, tune in. Thank you again to the sponsors. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back later this afternoon.